because I got to get ready for Denver.
That'll be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm dreading the hangover every year. It's just 4 days of...
Just load up on donuts and Dr. Pepper.
Yeah. It is a lot of fun.
Welcome in, everybody. It's a Craft Beer Republic. Thanks for drinking. Thanks for joining. I am Greg, being joined by the buffest smoked beer hater in all of the Midwest. That is Flexi. What's up, Flexi?
Hey, come on. I don't hate them. They're just not for my palate. But I'm really excited today to ask our guest what he thinks of pumpkin beers.
That is a great question. I can't wait to ask him now either. And speaking of said guest, he's trying to give Flex a run for his money. He's got the guns out. He is the head brewer over at 14 Cannons, Nic Bortolin. Nick, how's it going, man?
It's going great. Drinking on a Monday.
There is nothing wrong with drinking on a Monday.
There's nothing better than drinking on a Monday, let me tell you.
And, we have an excuse for it. It's like a hobby or something.
It's very official.
Totally. Yeah, exactly. It's totally not alcoholism or anything.
Yeah, it's not
like
a problem. It's a hobby. It's a lifestyle. Get used to it.
Podcast, Mom.
Yeah. Now get out of the basement. We're recording.
Where's the meatloaf?
Yeah. Have it ready for when the show's over. All right. Before we get into Nick and why he's hanging out with us and what we're all drinking tonight, just a couple of quick things. Find us on the socials at Craft Beer Republic, at FlexMeBeer, _ in between, and of course at 14 Cannons and 14cannons.com. If you're doing any Tavor shopping, don't forget promo code Unfiltered to get you $10 off your first purchase and all that good stuff. All right. I think that's the business. Let's get right into the hydration. I'm tired of not drinking on a Monday. All right, Nick and I are drinking two beers that have something in common, and that's that he made them. I am drinking, of course, 14 Cannons Marooner Marzen. 5. Is this weird when I give you the stats of your own beer?
No, it's good to get the refresher sometimes.
Yeah. If you don't remember, it is 5.3%. It has apparently 22 IBUs. Is that correct? That feels made up. I mean, it's untapped, so it's like
I'm going to believe it. I'm going to believe it.
It's like going to Wikipedia for a book report.
When the brewer gives you the shrug, I love it.
Who cares about IBUs anymore?
Right. They don't mean anything anymore. And then apparently the description on Untapped is amber lager, sweet malty, clean lager.
Yeah, that one I agree with.
Okay. We're good. This has won, I believe, the most awards of any of your beers. Is that correct?
Yeah, four medals now. San Diego, LA, and California Craft Beer Competition.
That's what it is. I can't keep them all in my head, nor should I. And any GABF plans with this beer?
It got submitted. We'll find out next week.
Well, that's
Has it been
exciting.
submitted in the past?
Yeah, once before.
Okay. Well,
so we're back at it.
Second time's a charm? That's what they say, right?
Let's hope.
Yes. This is one of the faves on tap at 14. It's my wife's fave all the time. This one in K-17. I love that you make it year-round. I appreciate that. And I also appreciate that even though it's like sweet malty, it's not too sweet. I hate when you get those Marzens that are just like diabetes bombs in a glass. This is not that. It's very well balanced. It's the proper amber color, as the description appropriately says, and very clear and just easy to drink all the time. And appreciate, like I said, the year-roundedness. Sometimes when we're making like brats or sausages, we'll stop by the brewery and pick up a crowler of the Marzen, and just good stuff.
I like to put it in my smoker.
Oh.
Does really well.
That's a new hack.
The melanoidins.
Talk nerdy to us.
just works well with the brisket.
That sounds like shit. Now I'm going to do that next time. And what are you drinking? We're both drinking your beers.
I'm having a K-17, our Czech Dark Lager.
So good.
This one just won gold at San Diego International, so I took some home.
Congrats.
To celebrate.
Yeah, you might.
Thank you. Cheers. Yeah.
So now, is that one have any GABF plans?
This one also got submitted. So,
jeez, this is exciting time. Exciting times for 14 Cannons.
It's going to be a fun week.
This is going to be a busy week. Before I have a few more questions about GABF, and then of course the big party coming up. Before we do, I just wanted to mention real quick a huge congratulations to our friend Britt down the street from Nick over at Naughty Pine Brewing. They had their first anniversary last weekend, and it was quite the party. We had a blast. They also she released her 1 year anniversary Marathon, also delicious. So if you're in the hood, you want to do some beer science, start off at 14, grab one, and then head down the street to Naughty Pine and grab another one. You can drink a few. They're lower ABV. It's good stuff. So we'll talk more about the party next week. We got a voicemail from the party. Some people were getting hydrated. It was definitely a good time. All right. So speaking of anniversary parties, Nick, you guys are having an anniversary party in a week and a half or so, right?
Yeah, a week from Saturday.
Tell us
Turning
about
5. What the fuck? How did that happen?
I was thinking about it today. I was like, holy shit, what were we all doing 5 years ago? Man,
it's been a wild ride. We're super stoked. Our anniversary beer that we're canning is going to be what you're drinking now, Greg, a version of our Marzen. So we took that recipe, and I've been aging it in new French oak barrels.
Ooh.
So we're going to call this barrel-aged Marzen Lost at Sea.
Classic.
And super excited. It is tasting fantastic. I have been peeking at the barrels. So we're lagering the Marzen in new French oak with a medium plus toast for all you wine nerds, if there are any on this show.
We got one or two.
Yeah, and it's tasting lovely. So it's our most popular lager, and we've never put it in cans before. So when we were talking about what are we going to do for a 5th anniversary, make it special, it's our most requested beer to put in cans. So I didn't want to just put Marzen in cans, so we did a fun little twist, and we've been aging it on new French oak.
Nice. Yeah, I've always been surprised that it never made the canning line, so that's exciting.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if I've ever heard of like an oak aged beer like that before.
Oh, I copied Firestone. I'm not gonna lie. I ripped them right off. They do an oak aged Oktoberfest every year. That's lovely. Theirs is a fest beer, I believe. So it's a lighter beer, and they age it in oak as well. And it's the beer I look forward to drinking every Oktoberfest season around here. So we decided to do that with our Marzen, and it's tasting great.
That's hilarious. And what a way to do it. It's like, hey, I like this beer. I'm going to make it slightly better and a little more to my liking.
We'll see.
Dig it. I saw some hints on the gram that you guys are doing another coffee beer, which I'm excited about.
Yeah. So that anniversary beer, Lost at Sea, is just one of 4 new releases we're doing that day. We got a little ambitious with this anniversary.
Well, it's 5.
Well, yeah, it's a big one.
Yeah.
So the other beers we have a surprise beer that I brewed with my band. So the Scuba Kids, our ska band, will be playing at the anniversary party. Nice. So we will be releasing a Scuba Kid beer at the anniversary party. It is
that the name of it, Scuba Kid?
It's named after our most streamed song, which is Banana Bread. The name of the beer is Banana Bread. So you can probably guess what style of beer it is.
Got it.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's going to be so. It's a super fun day. I had the whole band over in the morning, and we brewed a batch of beer together. So listened to a bunch of punk and ska while we were brewing away. So that was a lot of fun. We'll be releasing that. We have a new coffee beer with California Coffee Republic again. That is going to be a nitro coffee stout. So going classic with it this time. I've always done like odder styles with their coffee. You know, like right. our morning watch was, you know, a light beer, and so wanted
which was delicious, by the way.
Yeah, we're on the last keg of it.
Oh,
so very last keg. So just perfect timing. As soon as that kicks, we'll have the new coffee beer out.
It's almost what I drank tonight. I just figured that'd be a little too cliche.
Yeah, right.
I had it like 7 times on the show.
Yeah. And then I'm doing the unspeakable, what we never thought we'd do.
Don't say it.
We're doing it.
Is it a fruited sour or a seltzer?
It is a hazy tyrannicide. So
that's
I found
exciting.
I like the sound of that.
I am so like thrilled with. When I went to CBC earlier this year, a craft brewers conference, talked with the people from Berkeley Yeast up in Berkeley, California, and they are insanely smart nerds, and they have genetically engineered yeast to give off the same like esters, thiols is what they're called, into the beer as like tropical hops give to it. So think Mosaic, think Nelson.
Yeah.
Ooh, Nelson.
And so when the yeast is fermenting, it's giving off these same flavors, and it's also very hazy. So we used that yeast in a batch of our Tyrannicide, and it is just it smelled like a fruit salad like coming out of the tank before it was even dry hopped. It was so fruity. We're really excited for that. So it's our first ever like actual hazy IPA using this fun new yeast from Berkeley Yeast.
Did you brew it exactly the same way, just swapped out the yeast?
We just swapped out the yeast, and I did remove the bittering hops.
Okay.
So hazy IPAs aren't bitter.
Right.
So we took out the bittering hop additions in the early boil and just did all Whirlpool, but the same exact Whirlpool hop. So it's still the same cryo hopped monster of Simcoe, Mosaic, and Equinox.
Did that hurt you a little bit to do that?
We'll see. It's still in the tank. It was my idea because I was so excited trying this new yeast product when I sampled a beer from them using this new tropical yeast strain they have. It tasted like one of the hoppiest things I've ever had, and they didn't brew it with any hops.
Wow.
So all the flavor and aroma is just coming from this wild genetically modified yeast.
That's insane.
And yeah, so I almost didn't believe them. And then, when we brewed this batch of beer, it was overwhelmingly tropical and hoppy and fruity. So we're really excited.
I'm excited for it. Yeah, I don't know how I'm going to get down there, but I'm gonna try this bad boy.
I'm not a fan of shipping crowlers. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah. I wouldn't recommend it.
Yeah, it's a little dicey.
Yeah.
Have you tried it yet? Have you taken a little sample off the tank?
Oh yeah, we've been sampling daily because everyone's so excited.
And
wow.
You don't look angry about it.
No, I mean it's tasting fantastic. It's tasting really, really, really nice. So we're not going to centrifuge it. I was leaning maybe I'll centrifuge it and just do it real loose, but we don't want to call it a hazy and it not look hazy. So
it's not like we've gone on any rants about that around here. Oh, don't get us started. That's hilarious. I love it.
Yeah.
Do you have any, I don't know, examples of hazies outside of your own that you like, that you're like, all right, if it tastes like this, we're okay? Or is this going to be the first hazy that you're down with?
No, I like a lot of them. All the stuff Beechwood's putting out, I think, is really fantastic haze work when they do a hazy IPA. And then the one that locally that we drink a lot is, come on now, it just left me.
Made West.
Made West, thank you.
Oh, wow, I was right.
Yeah, the Made West hazy. Yeah,
I say it time and time again. It's the best regularly produced hazy IPA in the area.
Right. So that one's great. So hopefully this hazy Tyrannicide stacks up. I think we're going to call it tropical Tyrannicide.
All right.
Because the yeast strain is so overwhelmingly tropical.
I like it. I'm excited. I'm on the haze train. I'm looking forward to it. Flex.
You know me. I'm classic haze boy over here.
Right.
I love me a good West Coast, but shit, do I love me some hazies, man.
Yeah, get on the plane, man. I'm not sending you a crowler. That's dicey.
No, I'm not asking for you. I got to find my way down there to get this.
Yeah, so at our anniversary party on the 15th, we'll have a flight. You can do the anniversary flight of all 4 of these new beers.
Oh, hell yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
All right, so 4 new beers. Scuba Kids are playing.
Yeah, a couple bands. It's going to be a proper concert. It's going to be a show.
I love that you play at your own events. That might be my favorite thing about you. You're not self-absorbed or anything like that. You just
no. Well, it's even better when I tell people that I'm headlining.
Right. Send the lineup.
We play
brilliant.
last.
That is brilliant.
Yeah, Scuba Kids are headlining in the alley behind my brewery.
So you said you had all the guys from the band over and you brewed the beer? And you said you listen to a bunch of ska and punk. I'm not super fond of ska music, but what's your favorite punk rock band?
Ooh, that's hard. I mean, I've been on an odd like Streetlight Manifesto kick lately.
Okay.
Been really enjoying that. I think that's just because the horn lines are really tasty. But yeah, it's going to be fun. We have like 3 other punk bands that are going to be playing with us. So it's going to be a fun show. We'll music all night out back.
That's awesome. That's what you want at like a beer event, an anniversary event. Just great live music, great beer, great times.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. And we were talking about it before the show and then sort of hinted as we were drinking our beers. You guys will be at GABF coming up here in a few days. And
Yep.
What are you allowed to tell us besides the 2 we already talked about? Are you allowed to tell us all the beers you entered?
We did our 4 core lagers. So
Okay.
we did our Mexican lager, our Pilsner, the Marzen, and K-17.
No Tyrannicide.
IPA category is dicey.
True.
When you think about it's like 500-600 entries in every IPA, juicy IPA. There's just thousands and thousands of IPA entries at GABF. So it's more of a crapshoot. Like, how do you come across different?
Yeah.
Is there a cold
Smoke.
IPA category and an IPL category? Or
Oh, gosh.
I think that's under like experimental IPA this year. They have a category for all of them.
I was going to bring up the fact tonight, since the last time we hung out with Nick, that like it seems like cold IPAs have, I don't know, tampered down just a little bit.
I think I might have called them a flash in the pan, and I think it has flashed. Yeah.
But some people are still coming out with them.
Yeah.
If it sells.
I feel like the cold IPA IPL thing has really been like a line in the sand. You can see the breweries who are like, yeah, fuck yeah, we're jumping on the trend. And then you can see the other breweries who are like, that's bullshit. We're calling this an IPL and we're brewing more IPLs to call it an IPL because that's what it is.
Yeah, it's an IPL.
My favorite one I had was they deemed it a cold IPA in quotation marks, but then they classified the beer as a West Coast Pilsner, and I just thought that was outstanding.
I like that.
Sweet.
I like that. And what we want to announce here on the show is the 5th special release for the anniversary is a cold IPA, everybody.
Ooh.
It's Tyrannicide with lager yeast. No?
Never.
Okay.
Nick's sweating over there now.
Yeah.
He's like, I gotta go.
It's not touching my lagering tank.
Yeah. And then at GABF, you guys gonna have a booth, or do you guys just
We'll be
enter?
pouring. Yeah. So anyone listening, you're at GABF, any of the sessions, we're there. So come by, say hi, meet the guys. My fiance will be there as well. It's gonna be
Nice.
fun. Yeah.
Be getting shitty at nighttime, I'm sure, or daytime.
Yeah,
I don't know.
It's the after parties are nuts, and so is the event itself. Yeah.
Are they
It's a lot of
parties?
fun.
Are they generally at like the least or least beer related establishment possible, or?
It's a mix. There is some of that, but then there's also like everyone waiting in line at Bierstadt for another slow pour pills.
Right.
Yeah.
Can't get
until
enough of
they
that.
kick you out. Yeah. It's
Right.
that's every night. Yeah.
Yeah. Line up for 2 hours to get your 5-minute pour.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I know
And,
off air we were talking about you're not excited for the hangover, the future hangover.
It's 4 days of just wanting to die, but then the weird thing, you start drinking, you feel great again. So
works.
What's your hangover cure? What's your had too many beers last night and you got to have this the next day to feel okay?
it's straight up pretzel and sausage at Bierstadt,
Oh, it's so
and
good.
then more beer. Yeah, that's breakfast.
Right on.
It's so good. They have
Can't go
such
wrong
good
with that.
food over at Bierstadt too. And Flex, I think you had a very important question for Nick. I don't.
Oh
want to
yeah.
take
Hey
credit
Nick,
for
what's
this
up, man? So I was just curious what your feelings on pumpkin beers are.
Pumpkin beers. Never made one.
And I think that says it all, folks.
To be fair, he's also never made a hazy, and then here we go. So
Well, that's true. Well,
6-year anniversary pumpkin beer.
I feel like
What?
he can brew any beer super well. It's just a matter of him wanting to do it.
Well, there's also that. I don't blame you for not wanting to brew a pumpkin beer. That's for sure.
You know what? And I was going to have one on tonight, but I drank the last one last night. Poor timing on my part.
You're so basic. So basic.
Sue me.
All right. So go check out the party on the 15th if you're in the SoCal area. And if you're in Denver for GABF, go hit up Nick and the fiance and get some pours.
Absolutely.
Are you guys pouring everything that you've entered? Is that how it works?
Yep.
Go get some
It's gonna be fun.
K-17. You won't be sorry. That's
Thank you.
just pound the shit out of that. Well, pound makes it sound like I just get hammered. drink the shit.
Well, that sounds the same way.
There's a lot of pounding at Junior.
Yeah. All right. Fair enough. All right. Before we find out what Flex is drinking, we have a voicemail from the homie Chew Your Beer, and I wasn't going to play it because we had Nick on. I thought, and it's no surprise, it's a lengthy voicemail. But there are
you're
some
kidding
things,
me.
I know. There are some things in this voicemail I think Nick can talk to. So we're going to go with it. Everybody strap in, get your beers ready, smoke them if you got them. Here's a voicemail from Chew Your Beer.
Hello, no one is available to take your call. Please leave a message after the tone.
Orale, vatos and batas. Chew Your Beer here, Craft Beer Republic. How you homies doing? Check it out, Holmes. I made notes again because I'll lose train of thought or my topics or my reason of calling, homie. So check it out. Quick thing, Greg. Pumpkin beers, homie. There's one beer that I would only recommend to you if it was a pumpkin beer, and you will love this because this is my only pumpkin beer that I've ever loved or enjoy and look forward to enjoying, homie. And you can find it at your local Bedmo on the hot, warm shelf, just the way craft beer should be stored. No need to look for dates because it's a porter. It's a dark beer, homie. So this is by Epic Brewing out of Utah. EPIC, not the Epic from San Diego, but the Epic, the original out of Utah. And it's the pumpkin porter. But don't grab that one, homie. Look off to the side, and then you'll find the collaboration with DC Brow out of, I think they're out of Washington, D.C. That pumpkin porter, homie, they make their pumpkin porter, then they ship it out to DC Brow, and then DC Brow does some little magic with it, and then they send it back and they bottle it, homie. This is an amazing beer. This beer is actually a great beer.
Sounds like a lot of extra steps.
If you want to make a beer float, highly recommend this one, homie. All right, so let's go back to you talked about lager sales beating seltzer sales for the last 3-day weekend of the summer, homie. And I know why this happens, Holmes, because during the summer you want to look good and fit, you know, kind of like Flex. You know, you want to be all hard body, no cholesterol, no calories, no extra fat. So you want to look good, homie. But guess what happens after that? After summer, it's fall, homie. So being chubby is in, Holmes, because you want to stay warm. You want to be cuddly. You want to be soft. You know, you want your hyena to be able to just bury herself in your soft chest, homie. Because a hard chest, it ain't comfortable, Holmes. And I know about it because I've been training for this my whole life. Like Flex trains for summer, I flex for fall and winter, homie. So I think maybe that's
but
why
you live in California.
Sold seltzers, because people are trying to gain that little summer, that winter weight, homie, that hibernation weight, Holmes. So we're talking about Flex, homie. So short shorts. Hey, short shorts on some dudes. Go for it, homie. It looks good on you. You got the legs. But sometimes short shorts on some other fools don't work out, Holmes. You ever seen like a really hairy dude wearing short shorts? It looks like fucking Sasquatch coming out of the ocean, homie.
Tom
just
Selleck
like girls
short shorts.
wearing leotards or that's my days. We called it leotards, but now I think they call them Lululemons or whatever, homie. Some chicks should not be wearing that stuff. It looks like you try to stuff a sausage down a little freaking packet, homie. So am I gonna tell her? No.
Can't go there.
And is her husband gonna tell her? He probably wants to live one more day, so he's probably not gonna say anything. But just like some dudes should not be wearing short shorts, some hyenas should not be wearing leotards, homie. Other than that, let me see. Off the top of the head, list is going in the trash. Greg, I think me and you need to get together and brew a beer. I'm not a professional brewer like yourself, but I'm good at pointing. I'm good at picking up. I'm good at pouring. I'm good at tasting. And I'm good at being a co-pilot, homie. So I'm thinking maybe you and me can get together and brew kind of like a Latino-based stout or maybe a porter. And I'll come up with some crazy ideas, Holmes. And maybe we and you can do something and brew something for the holiday, Holmes. Something that would go perfect with like Navidad or Año Nuevo, you know. I don't know. Let's
Happy New Year,
brainstorm
Greg.
something, homie, and we'll make that shit happen. Other than that, I appreciate the hard work you guys do, but I'm going to ask for a little bit more. I will put in a long shift every day. I think I put about 16 to 14 hours a day. And 54-minute show is not enough for me, homie. I'm craving more and more. So if you guys can extend your hours, just the way daylight savings time is going to get shorter, I need your time to get longer, Holmes. Maybe if you could extend it to like an hour and 30 minutes, that would make me very happy. Maybe you guys have a lot of great content, a lot of...
My wife says the same thing.
You guys provide, homie, is awesome. I just need more of it. And I know that sounds like a dumb shit to say, but you guys keep me going through my workday, Holmes. Your voices, your laughs, your conversations, and your information makes me continue working, Holmes. So just putting it out there. I know it's a hassle, just getting together and drinking beers and fucking talking. Oh, that sounds like a lot of hard work. But you know what I mean, Holmes. Collaborating times, because everybody's in different areas, but it'd be pretty dope, homie. You'd be making this guy happy, Holmes. All right, that's enough about me. Let's talk about you guys, and let's give me another hour and 30 minutes of show. Peace out, eh?
I think with the length of that voicemail, he's helping us get to an hour and a half show.
You know what? That was super flattering, and it's not the first time I've heard the episodes need to be longer, Greg.
Okay.
I have some friends who listen to it, and they're like, hey, this show's pretty solid, but just a little bit longer.
Yeah, I'll tell the producer. I'll let him know.
Yeah, if you can find him somewhere.
Yeah, he takes your feedback very seriously. Crickets. All right, perfect. Yeah. So anyways, I wasn't going to make Nick talk to the whole leotard thing, but I was going to ask him about lagers and seltzers. Not really about seltzers, but one of the things he brought up was we talked about seltzers being passed up by lagers in sales over Labor Day weekend, according to Drizzly, which was like the first time it had happened in way too long. Have you guys seen any uptick in lager sales?
Huge uptick.
Is it like the weather, or is it people trying to get soft?
To move a lot. I don't think it's the soft thing. But we just saw a huge push for our 14 Mexican lager in the LA market. So it actually got picked up by LA Distribution Company, and they're flying through like 7-Elevens.
Wow.
Oddly enough.
Wow.
Storing them cold in 7-Elevens, and they're flying off the shelves. So it has been fun to watch that happen.
Now you need to collab with a 14 Slurpee.
I don't hate that idea.
Hey, you heard it from me. I'm just saying.
Next summer, come down. We'll get the slushy machine out.
I'm here for it, man.
Instead of hot dogs and the little rolly thing, it's tacos that you could pair with your 14 Slurpee.
14 Slurpee with a lime and some tacos.
Oh,
I don't think you can beat that.
I'm here for it all summer long.
There we go.
6th anniversary. Let's do this. 14
Already planning a year ahead of time. I love it.
Yeah. Hey, planning, an ounce of planning is better. I don't know.
Yeah, it's better.
Something like that. Anyways, no, but that's interesting that the lagers are going so hot. I wonder if it's the weather. It's been so hot out, but I don't know. I'm glad to see seltzers getting taken over.
You know how I feel about that. Yeah.
No one's sad.
Yeah, everyone's sad about it. All right, Flex. Do we ask the question?
Yeah, go ahead and ask it.
Let's ask.
In a world where craft beer is king, a world where muscles are bigger than growlers, only one tongue can guide us. One man, one tongue, one tongue jobber. In this world, we must find out what is Flex drinking.
Can you hear me? All right, so today Flex is drinking I'm Calling About Your Vehicle's Extended Warranty by Youngblood Beer Company out of Madison, Wisconsin here.
It's a great name.
It's such a good name.
This brewery does such great beer names, such great beer, and I love finding their stuff around. This is a 8% ABV. Untapped says 0 IBUs, and like Nick says, IBUs don't even matter anymore. So, what's
Not
the difference? A collective 4.2 or 4.02 on Untapped, I'm sorry. And the can reads, This can holds an unwanted exchange. Hello, we're calling you about your vehicle's warranty. We've contacted you several times but have been unable to reach you. To speak to an authorized representative to redeem your $1,000 rebate, please press 1 now. This New England style double IPA is double dry hopped with Amarillo and Citra, so the rich, chewy body gives off the copious notes of tropical fruit to remind you of your favorite oceanside beach stand selling tropical fruit juices before melting into bright citrus peel. And boy, you know what I love about breweries? When they put descriptions on cans and they tell you what you're going to drink and then you drink it, and it's exactly what they say on the can.
Don't you also love when they keep it brief?
Well, yeah, I mean that's pretty Stone-esque there. I don't know if we're allowed to say that anymore, but these guys.
Is it a chewy body though?
It's it could be a little chewier, a little thicker, but it is hazy. It is a double hazy, so it is hazy, but it definitely starts with that tropical and ends in real nice citrus finish. Not bitter at all because of the zero IBUs. Right. Thank you, Untapped. But yeah, just I love these guys. They make really, really, really good beer. That's about all I can say about these guys.
That's fair.
Great beer names. Love them.
The name's worth the hype in itself. That's so good.
Oh yeah, the last one I bought from these guys was my safe word is Murder Hornet. So.
That's perfect. Do a collab beer with Coley and call it my safe word is pineapple. That's our big joke.
Terrible safe word.
I know. I remember a few years ago, like the big, oh my God, was people making 0 IBU IPAs. And now I feel like that's just about every hazy you drink is a 0 IBU IPA.
Yeah.
And
to me, it's whatever. Yeah. It's not like they're making 0 IBU West Coasts, you know?
Right. That would be a little weird.
That would just change the game.
Yeah. Game changer. Not in a good way. It wouldn't be very Westy at that point. All right. A couple of news stories we should talk about before we head on up out of here. We'll try and get this one to an hour and a half just for Chew. Not really.
Holmes.
Holmes.
Good news for Flex. Well, good news question mark. Eagle Park Brewing has acquired Milwaukee Brewing Company's intellectual property. So we talked, I don't know, a couple months ago that Milwaukee Brewing got bought out by the company from Chicago who's going to turn the brewery into
Pilot
basically like
project.
a brewery. Yeah, brewery incubator for lack of a better term. And so Eagle Park is going to take the name and the IP and the recipes and continue on the legacy just with their own brewing system.
Yeah, so this is like super exciting news here in the city and in the state. So Milwaukee Brewing Company has been around, you know, for anybody who's been into craft beer. It's like one of your first craft beers have been MKE Brewing. So how I see this is that Eagle Park took the smart, cheaper way into this deal, right? Because, you know, we talked about this 2 or 3 months ago when MKE announced they're selling at, and they said the bidding started at $250 million or something for their facility and everything.
Was it that high?
It was that high. It was insane. Because I remember you joked around about me making in a bid for $250 million. And I think I said it was $249,900,000, something more than what I can afford. But but anyway, so you get this company from Chicago who, you know, spends a shit ton of money. I don't know how. And then Eagle Park swoops in and says, hey, we'll take your recipes, your branding, you know, anything that you guys have that's MKE, and we're going to take it and we're going to do it in our own facility and just kind of keep it going. And they're already brewing their beer. It's already running through their facility and in their tanks, and which means it will be canning quite soon. And again, it's just a super exciting thing for everybody in the craft beer scene in Wisconsin. So thank you, Eagle Park, for doing that.
Yeah, one of your favorite breweries buying one of your favorite breweries.
Yeah, I mean, Louis Demise, MKE Brewing is amber ale, and that was like one of the first craft beers I had getting into the scene, and blew my mind. So then to find out that MKE was just selling off, and they were under new ownership for a couple of years, and you know, the guys weren't craft beer guys; it was more like a business thing. And so this is really, like I said, just really good news for the whole craft beer scene in general.
Sweet. Exciting. Can't wait to see him hitting the shelf. And then speaking of Milwaukee, not the brewing company, Molson Coors union workers are picketing over their lack of contract with Molson Coors.
Hell yeah.
Take it to the man. So Flex, I guess if you're looking for any Molson Coors products that might be delayed.
Conveniently, I'm not. So this is okay for me.
Perfect. A bill that has been put on the desk of the Massachusetts governor would finally allow happy hours to take place, and it is likely to be vetoed.
Sign it now.
It's not going to get signed.
Come on.
Nick, as a part owner of a brewery, your thoughts on happy hour?
I love our happy hour every Monday.
Yeah.
Shameless plug.
All day long.
The city of Boston probably doesn't need one, man.
They deserve it.
There will be deaths. There will be deaths. There will be spousal abuse. I don't.
That's not fun. That's not funny.
I'm not laughing.
I'm not laughing.
On.
You're laughing.
He's probably not wrong, though. I mean, it's Boston after all.
God forbid the Patriots lose during happy hour.
Oh, God. That could be dangerous.
Happy
the
hour.
city would burn.
Well, then just make it like a no Sunday/Monday night happy hour and they're covered.
But then you're going to compete with New Jersey for being shitty.
There's no competing with New Jersey for being shitty. They're on their own. In fact, here, I'll mix things out of order here. Death of the Fox is a brewery in New Jersey has filed a lawsuit against New Jersey's draconian taproom restrictions. Nick, have you heard about all the bullshit happening in New Jersey with breweries?
I stay out of New Jersey. I've not heard. No.
Smart. Basically, the restaurant industry hates the breweries there and has done their best to stifle them. There's all these insane rules, like you can only have 25 events per year, but showing a football game counts as an event.
Yeah, get this. So if they have a sporting event on TV, they have to have it on mute. Otherwise, it is considered as an event.
Yeah. So,
okay, that's wild. That's wild. Yeah, I was going to talk shit on New Jersey, but that's not fair.
It's all kind of insane rules to stifle the breweries. So anyways, Death of the Fox. Clarksville, New Jersey-based Death of the Fox Brewing has filed a lawsuit in the Superior Court of New Jersey Appellate Division over what its lawyers have called unlawful brewery restrictions. The issue stemmed from a special ruling, we've talked all about it, in GABC from 2019. They started enforcing it a few months ago. Prohibits them from serving food on site, prohibits them from inviting food trucks.
No way.
Oh, yeah.
It's
no
crazy.
Food trucks, no food, nothing. Bans on selling any beverages that were not produced on site, including water, soda, that kind of stuff. Death of the Fox is the state's only combined coffee roaster and craft brewery and was allowed to continue selling its own coffee. The NJABC has argued that the special conditions exist to, quote, strike a fair and appropriate balance between the interests of full retail license holders, such as restaurants, bars, and the craft brewing industry, end quote. The Pacific Legal Foundation, which is representing Death of the Fox, argues that the bars and restaurants are fundamentally different from breweries because breweries can sell only their own product. These rules exist only to protect established businesses by hamstringing newcomers' ability to thrive, but they are unlawful, the PLF wrote. For one, capping the number of on-site special events that may be advertised violates the First Amendment. It's an interesting one. State law also requires that rulemaking agencies follow proper notice and comment procedures when imposing new rules. They must also submit a proposed rule to the legislature. The NJABC did not do either of those things, which means the whole laundry list of rules imposed through the ABC special ruling are invalid. New Jersey legislators have filed several bills that would loosen the restrictions on the state's breweries and are preparing to tweak the regulations. Yeah, it's a shit show over there.
Can we talk about how cool that brewery name is, though?
Death of the
Fox? Holy shit.
It is cool.
That is pretty sweet. And now they're going to be everyone's hero out there.
Hopefully.
I would just say, come to California.
Yeah.
New Jersey breweries, we'll welcome you with open arms.
Look,
We'll do all the collabs. Come on.
Come on
get
out.
out here.
I know a lot of businesses don't love a lot of things about California, but if there's one thing to love, it's our alcohol laws.
Now you need to
around breweries
collab
and
with
stuff.
Death of the Fox. Reach out to them and be like, hey, y'all are tight.
I'm down.
Let's
Yeah.
do this shit.
Let's go like have a Hamilton duel or something. It's New Jersey.
Have a collab and call it something like next week's food truck is.
Yeah. Canceled.
Yeah.
That's perfect.
Oh, that'd be great. Yeah, thanks, New Jersey. Keep sucking over there. We'll end it on this one. Because I had the Marzen as my beer, I figure the 10 best Marzens / Fest beers of 2022, according to the always intelligent users of Untapped.
So
Start at number
Evil
10.
Twin, Treehouse, Hazy,
Goose Island. Is there a KBC Marzen in here somewhere? Probably the last of the top 5. Number 10, Lagertown from Half Acre Brewing. And feel free to stop me if anybody has any comments. Number 9, Oktoberfest from Polliner Brewery. We all know I wasn't going to pronounce that properly. Number 8, Spaten. I think we've all had Spaten at any Oktoberfest celebration.
I've had Spaten at Oktoberfest. That was a good time.
I think they keep that on tap year round at the local dive bar in my city.
I mean, why
It's not a bad dive.
Yeah.
No, not at all.
That's a good beer to be
You got
sipping
that
on.
in Franziskaner.
Yeah.
There you go.
Number 7, Clawhammer Oktoberfest from Highland Brewing Company. Number 6, Munsterfest from Three Floyds Brewing.
Right on. Midwest.
Number
represent.
5, yeah. Number 5, Oktoberfest Lager from Trogs Independent Brewing. Number 3, Oktoberfest from Sam Adams.
That's good. Nick, what is your feeling on Sam Adams Oktoberfest?
I drank the shit out of it when I was 20.
Oh, I think it's so good. This
Yeah.
year's batch was really good.
No, I haven't had it in a couple years, but it used to be great. I used to look forward to it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a few years for me. I will say this about Sam Adams. Not a huge fan of like the Boston Lager,
I don't like it at all.
but I enjoy some of their seasonals. Like some of their seasonals are surprisingly good.
We do the Costco Oktoberfest every year.
There you go. And it's like $1 a beer.
Yeah, it's crazy.
If you have an Oktoberfest party, it's the way to go. Number 2, Ultimate Oktoberfest from Founders Brewing. Yeah. And then number 1, Staghorn Oktoberfest from New Glarus Brewing.
Dude, that
Can't go wrong with New
Oktoberfest.
Yeah.
That Oktoberfest is fucking nuts. So can I tell you a quick story about that real quick?
Please.
And it actually
Please.
has to do with Untapped, right?
Okay.
So
And how
my
awesome it is?
sister-in-law's husband loves Staghorn. And I had seen he rated it a 5 out of 5 on Untapped. I said, hey, Mike, what are you doing, man? Like, the Staghorn 5 out of 5? Like, and he goes, nah, it's not. He goes, it's about the style. He goes, this is the best Oktoberfest I've ever had in my life.
Wow.
So I'm rating that a 5 out of 5. So there you have it. That's
Yeah.
not surprising at all.
It's good reasoning.
Wisconsin represent, and cheers to that.
Yeah, maybe Mike could leave a review for Morning Watch while he's at it.
Well, we got to get him some. I guarantee he's never had a coffee Kolsch before.
Well, good. Let's get him one because those dicks on Oktoberfest on Untapped can suck it. But I don't have any strong feelings about it. This is why Nick doesn't check Untapped anymore.
No,
Never been on it.
Yeah,
You've never been on it?
Not in the last 10 years.
Oh, okay. Wow, that's a lot of
Smart.
years.
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
smart. Yeah, don't follow your own beers. It's
No.
heartbreaking. People are dumb. Though my favorite is like when they say something that you read it and it's inherently like negative, and they're like 4. It's like, wait, what? That was like a 2 review, but you gave. I don't get it.
That doesn't make sense. You're right.
Yeah, or the idiots that have no idea what they're drinking, and it's like, oh, this is really bitter. Must be too many hops. It's like, did you read that there's coffee in it? Did you see the fucking menu? Anyways, I'll stop because this could start a whole new segment on the show. Though True would probably like it because it'd bring us to an hour and a half. All right, I'm gonna hit some music and we're gonna get up on out of here. I'm gonna say, everybody, go check out the Oktoberfest. Woo, I've had a beer. Go check out the 14 Cannons Anniversary on October 15th. Fun starts at noon, I believe.
Noon. Music's probably 6 to 10. It's
Okay.
going to be a fun day.
It's a long day. That is a long day.
Let's talk about the important stuff. When's the headliner come out?
Scuba Kids, baby. We'll be playing probably around 8:30.
Okay. Yeah. Don't
It's gonna be a
miss
fun
that.
set. Fun set.
You know what? That's good news for me, actually. I think I might be able to make the last set. I have to. Well, I'm not going to talk about it. Anyways, I think I can make the last set. Go out there, get your drink on, get the flight, the anniversary flight. I'm excited for that. And go tell Nick that he's got to make more hazies.
And try the hazy. Let us know.
Come try it.
Yeah.
Please.
Let us know how it works out. And if there's any morning watch left by then, drink the shit out of that while you're there.
Ooh, last keg.
Oh, I can't wait. I want to be the one that kicks it. Be there tomorrow. And then, of course, 14cannons.com and at 14cannons on the gram. You can find us at Craft Beer Republic. You can find Flex at FlexMeABeer _in-between. Mail at Craft Beer Republic and 805-538-BEER. That's 2337. Nick, thanks for hanging out with us tonight and sharing some beer
Cheers,
and all that
guys.
good stuff. Cheers. Have fun at GABF.
Hi, Vanessa.
Will do.
Yeah, get some donut and some Diet Dr. Pepper going. You'll be glad you did. Everyone stay hydrated out there.
And on that note,
Good night, everybody.